Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode here at WILDMAN Lifts. I'm your host, WILDMAN. Now, on today's episode, we're going to talk about my favorite number, and that number is the number 6. Now, the reason why that's my favorite number is because when it comes to strength training and bodybuilding, it ends up being the perfect number. It's highly recommended that you work up to a 3 to 6 rep max when you're trying to build strength. When you're trying to build mass and size and muscle, then you want to do the 6 to 8 rep range. So the common denominator between those two goals is 6. So if you always do a 6 rep max every time you go to the gym, you're going to be hitting your strength portion and your bodybuilding mass building portion. So as you all know, if you've been following my channel, I suffered a bicep tendon injury and I had to get it surgically reattached a few months ago. Since I have to start all over with my training again with lightweight and working my way up, I've been doing a program that I created called the Tough 6 program, which essentially is you work up to a 6 rep max every single day and you just add more weight on every week, and you're going to get to your goal of increasing your strength and your muscle mass at the same time. And that's what I desperately need at this moment, and it's been going swell. So let's pop in on this morning and let's see what I did today. Now, I wanted to get into the gym early this morning because it's midsummer right now and it's very hot. And I didn't feel like dealing with the heat, especially when I'm doing deadlifts for reps, because I can get overheated pretty easily. Plus the bar gets super hot and I can't even grab it. So fortunately, it was a very warm morning, but it was very gloomy. So I was able to not have to deal with the sun. And that's why it looks so cloudy as it does today. So if you've been watching my recovery process, you'll see that I've been doing 6 rep maxes from a strength focus, and then I work up to another strength focus on the variation lift, but it's always the number 6. That's the number that I'm always aiming for. And I've created a strength program called Tough 6 that includes this kind of style of training, and it's great for beginners or people that have never lifted weight before because it eases them into understanding with very low weights how to move efficiently. And as they start putting on more size and strength, then when they start getting heavy, they came from a place where it was risk-free at a certain extent, and now they're able to handle bigger weights with time under tension and linear progression. And I'm essentially doing the same thing right now. I'm basically starting over as a beginner because I really need to get back into the mechanics and ease that tension onto that bicep. And as I move up in weight every single week, the goal is just to keep adding more and more weight. And here, the deadlift is getting a lot easier than any other lift. I don't know why, but I'm really enjoying the process at this current moment. And I actually got this idea for Tough 6 from the world's strongest man, Eddie Hall. When Eddie Hall retired from strongman, he started a YouTube channel and he started showing what he was doing in the gym every single day. And every single day he had his main focus lift, which would be one of the 4 big compound movements. And then he would do a variation of those lifts, but he always worked up to a heavy 6 reps. And if he felt like it was a tough 6, he would put the bar away and then move on to the next exercise. If he did less than 6 reps, then he knew that he had reached his max for the day, and then he would go on to something else. Now, obviously, Eddie Hall is a much more experienced lifter, and so he's going off by feel. And now that I've been lifting for a while, I go off feel a lot more than I do about trying to hit certain percentages and certain numbers in the gym with formatted strength programs. I like to go a lot by feel because you might go into the gym some days and you have a goal that you want to hit and you pass it up by 40 pounds, right? Why would you stop at a weight when you could go up 40 more pounds and you're feeling pretty good? And other days you might go in and it's an easy goal or it might be a hard goal, but you're just not up to par. Your warm-up sets are moving slow and you're just not doing well. So as a result, you don't even get close to hitting what you're supposed to do that day. But if you go off of feel, then you're going to be able to do it a lot safer because you won't injure yourself, or at least reduce the likelihood of an injury. And then you know that your central nervous system needs to take a break and you need to dial it back that day. And then maybe you can hit it hard next week. Now the deadlifts and the Romanian deadlifts were the main focus of the day. So now all I have to do is just do my mediocre giant set with assistance movements like these, which are more just centered around bodybuilding. And I don't have to push it very hard because these are just to finish off 95% of what I already did. So this is just essentially to get some blood moving into the joints and to heal quickly. So there you have it, a very simple way that you can get strong and build size in the gym doing a simple rep scheme. Now, obviously from my experience, there's much more that we can do in the gym besides Tough 6 that can get you where you need to go as well. If you have any questions about Tough 6 program, feel free to leave a comment on my YouTube channel, or you can DM me directly at WILDMAN Lifts on Instagram, and I'll be happy to answer your questions and give you some pointers if you want some pointers. Really appreciate everybody stopping by and joining me in the gym today. I'll see you next time. Thanks.